Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sophisticated Ignorance here for live. Here's your host, Dixon J. Hey, what's good, everybody? What's up? Welcome to the program. Welcome to the show. Oh boy, I know there's a lot of people in the building today. Not a building, we're in a Zoom. Read the room, Vixen, read the room. What's good, everybody? How y'all been? Oh man, gosh, I'm so glad that this is happening. So glad. How's everyone been? How's everyone doing? How's everyone feeling? Oh man, this is so exciting. Welcome to Sophisticated Ignorance, the live show experience, live on Zoom. So don't adjust your screens because this is me live in effect. I'm Vixen J. Shout out to everybody here. I see y'all in the building. Shout outs to Olivia, Jade, Shantae. Hey, what's good, everybody? We're here. This is it. This is what we've been all waiting for all the live long day. Welcome to the live show experience. 4 years we're celebrating here. So thank you all for being here. Thank you all for showing up. Glad you are all out here on this blank day of quarantine. As I say in every show, don't know what day it is. Not counting. Stopped doing that a long time ago. So we're not going to go there. But the fact that you are all here is worth it. And I really appreciate it. So yes, oh my gosh, 2020, y'all. 2020. What a year. We're still surviving, we're still striving. This podcast has been through a lot. I've been through a lot. All of us have been through some level of change. Just to give a brief oral history of the podcast. So a couple years ago, my friend Steven, he came up with the concept for this podcast, and I joined him in kind of, let's say, brainstorming or workshopping the actual concept. And then when it actually did get started back in 2016, he had his friend Naima join, and it was pretty much the three of us, working it out. They were the host, I was a contributor, and I also recorded the shows. So, from then till now, we had a whole bunch of great guests on the show and all these things. And this year, 2020'd itself. And it is now to the point where we are doing this live through Zoom. And I am the solo host. Full transparency, Stephen and Naima have decided to step down for the show this year. And that has left me with sole custody of this child called a podcast. And, unlike a deadbeat dad, I'm going to take full responsibility for this child. I'm going to raise it well, and I'm going to make sure that the village that I am going to create is going to take care of this 4-year-old being. So this is why we're all here. Wow. It is September, y'all. It is September. What a time to be alive. I've been doing a lot to keep within the stature of, quarantine by keeping active, keeping fit, keeping alive. And that is something that I am proud of. I'm proud of doing that. So let's recap 2020 real quick. First and foremost, do you guys remember life before quarantine? Do you guys remember when we were outside freely, we could breathe without there being a mask obstructing our face? Remember that? Remember when you could just go out and grab a mimosa or grab some drinks with your girls or your guys? Guys drink mimosas too, that's a thing. Remember those days? That was fun. That was a good time had by all. And, you could just sit outside or sit indoors and just enjoy life. Can't do that no more. Got to have a mask on. Got to have all this covered up. Could barely talk when you're talking to a person at the register. Hey, excuse me, can I have 2-piece? So, no, not two. Okay, 2 pieces of. Nope. Okay, can't hear me. Can I have the 2? Oh boy, the lack of breathing. is so annoying. So annoying. Oh my gosh. It is really, really bad to breathe when it comes to a mask, right? And now when you leave the house, you have to remember your keys, your wallet, your phone, and your mask. And if you don't have all four of those, it should be just be three. Keys, wallet, phone. Every time I'm leaving the house, I would recall those three things. And now in this midst of everything is keys, wallet, phone, mask. And now you look like a dummy when you run out the house like, oh, my mask. And you have to zoom right back. And you could be running late and all these things. But if you don't have your mask, then you're asked out. Because everywhere you go, you have to have a mask on. And now we're getting to big mask elitist culture where it's like, oh, you're not wearing a mask? Up, look at those heathens. Look at those heathens not wearing a mask. How dare they? When months ago it was like, oh, we're all breathing air. Oh, look at this oxygen. Oh, so much fun. Now it's like, where's your mask, you animal? How could you? You're gonna kill everyone, you fucking murderer. I mean, it's been a wild couple months, but that's the case here, you know. And y'all remember when people were fiending for toilet paper? Y'all remember the toilet paper craze where everyone had to rush out and get their bounties and their the other little soft ones with the bear on it, whatever that is, Charmins. Everyone was running out for the Charmins and the bounties and all this shit. Remember that? Now imagine the person that OD'd and bought like 200 pounds of toilet paper. Imagine them now sitting in their house when toilet paper is no longer even a necessity, and now they have to explain to their children, "Hey, Daddy made a mistake and invested in a lot of toilet paper, and come to find out we don't really need those anymore. That's something we no longer need. That is, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that happened, and yeah. So now we're all hungry. I could probably fry up the toilet paper, and we could have a meal. And I know toilet paper is a necessity, but the way people were going in is like, you're not going for the canned foods. You're not going for the non-perishables. You're going straight for the toilet paper. And now it's just like, now all of us have to suffer because, you decided that wiping your ass is now top priority in your life and nobody else's. Imagine the people who didn't get the toilet paper. Yuck. Big yuck. Also, have you listened outside of your windows lately and heard the pure melody of silence? And it didn't sound like Bombs Over Baghdad, the remix. The fireworks, y'all. The fucking firework chapter of quarantine. What the hell was that about? Can someone explain to me where the fireworks came from? Because I simply, to this day, this mystery has not been solved. I just, man, where the fucking, I mean, you know what? I blame Jersey. I blame all these other states that made toilet paper just very vast and very free, not toilet paper, sorry, I'm still on the toilet paper. The fireworks, I'm still mad that these states that had an abundance of fireworks just allowed any old person to walk up in there and get these fireworks and then let them off as if this was freaking World War II. The shit was nuts. The shit was OD. I remember sitting up in my room, listening to the boom, 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 boom. Y'all remember Super Mario? Y'all remember after you end a level in Super Mario, you jump on the pole and then you slide down and you go into that little castle thing and there's like doom, 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 boom, 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 boom. It was that, but times a million. That times a million. And the shit started back in June. It's like what holidays in June that requires fireworks? None of them. Then it went to the 4th of July, which was the big finale, as so we thought. Plot twist, it still kept happening after 4th of July. Called it, should have got money. Called it. The shit was insane. And now I sit outside and realize, whoa, there's no more fireworks. Huh, that was wild. Speaking of wild, oh man. So how fast did y'all spend y'all first stimulus checks? And if you're thinking of another one coming, how delusional are you from a scale of 1 to 10? because we're not getting another one. I'm sorry. I think Trump already thought it was a typo to send out the first one. But yeah, stimmy check number 2, me not had that. Me not had that. It's not going to work out. What you should have done is taking your first check, if it was a physical check, you should have framed it on your wall and said, "Oh man, that was fun. That was a good time." Because we're not. You should have probably took a picture or something. We're not getting another stimulus check. So now we are all just trying to hold on to our toilet paper as much as possible, because man, we're not getting any more paper that requires stimulus or currency. Fuck this shit, man. I spent that stimuli check so fast. Well, no, actually, no. I mean, I saved my money, but at the same time, yeah, no, it wasn't a fun time to be had. It wasn't a fun time. Well, hopefully one of these years, whenever we are freely able to breathe, we'll be able to get that, and everyone will be happy. But until then, we have a show to run. So once again, thank you all for being here. Let's get to introduce some of the affiliate partners that have been a part of the podcast for the past couple of weeks. Thank you all so much for those who are an affiliate partner for the podcast for being here. I'm going to introduce them one at a time. So first things first, we have Urban Impulse. Urban Impulse is a site made by a man named Malachi Dates. He created Urban Impulse. This is his brand. These are all Black-owned businesses, by the way. And the premise of this brand is to be your own label. So, shout outs to him and his brand for making that possible. So please support by using the code, right? Now we have Aphrodite Candle Co. This young lady who works hard. She has this candle company. She is booked and busy, and her candles are really good. I need to order one, and I will. I promise. But you all could utilize the code SIPOD10 to tap into the candles and support this young queen doing her thing. And then last but not least, we have my good friend Jade. Jade has an Etsy store, mixspaceburger.shop. And they have all the kinky, quirky, fun materials for your viewing pleasure. You can get a Young Kiki and Black sticker, or you can get a Wet Ass Pussy sticker as well. But you know what? We actually have Jade in the building right now. So we're going to allow them to talk and talk about the brand real quick. I feel like it's better if they speak for themselves and not me speak on their behalf. So we're going to loop in.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Heard? Cool. Hold on, let me start my video.
Sounds like you are out in the world.
Yeah, I'm at the beach.
Oh, wow, at the beach. Must be nice. Thank you for taking time out of your bright and sunny day to join us. Yes. Tell the people about your shop and what you sell there.
Yeah, so I sell t-shirts, I sell stickers, I sell patches and buttons, no pins yet. And it's all just weird, quirky thoughts that fall out of my face. And I'm a graphic designer by trade, so I'm a graphic designer by trade and also a comedian, so I merged the two into making personal goods for your home. And also right now I have postcards to kind of stimulate the U.S. Postal Service. So support the USPS, support a small business, small Black business owner, and I don't know, buy my stuff, guys. Thanks for having me on, Dixon.
You are welcome. Thank you so much. Reporting live from the outdoors. Thank you so much for showing us how to live your best life. Yes, so please go and support Jade's store by entering the code SIPOD10 whenever you get the chance. And if you all need the links to all these things, they are on the Instagram, and please support Black-owned businesses, because these days we need the money. So stop playing around. So let's move on. So I have a whole bunch of things planned for today. It's going to be a good time had by all. As we all know, this is a voting year, right? And it's important to hashtag vote. I'm not going to tell you who I'm voting for because it's a secret. Maiden. Oh boy, sorry. So sorry. Ooh, bad cough. But the best thing about election years, right, is when you get to hear the candidates go back and forth and have a level of discourse. Two people have their own sides, and they get together and they have an argument, they have a discussion about things. So I decided to take that concept on its foot. And usually in most podcast live shows, there'd be a main topic. But no, I want you, the people, to join the conversation. So this year, this time around, we are going to have what I'm introducing as, I will share this for everyone to see, the ignorant debates. We're going to have a live debate session here on the live show. This is going to require some participation from the audience. So please, if you are ready to jump in and talk and discuss, this is the time for you. So this is how the debates are going to work, right? Now there is a disclosed topic that you don't know the topic of, right? And I'm going to need 2 volunteers to join the discussion, and you're going to choose a side, a blank side. You don't even know what the stance is yet, but 2 people volunteer, choose a side, and then I'll reveal what the argument is about. And you'll have some time to mull over your points, and it's going to be like a classic political session and shenanigans. But the thing is, it's an ignorant debate. So we're not here to play, super politics, and we're not here for hard facts. We're just here for silliness and shenanigans, okay? So the more ignorant, the better, all right? We're here for the jokes. We're here for the fun. We're not here to get super deep. This is just a chill session where we discuss some topics that affect the culture as silly and as wild as possible. So let's see who would like to join the chat. Who would like to join the first debate? Oh, I see 1 volunteer. Do we have another?
Antoinette told me she wanted to do it.
Oh, she now. Well, where is this person?
Antoinette.
Are you here? I'm eating chicken. Don't call me. Wowzer. All right. Well, you know what? That's a horrible excuse. Eating chicken. Come on. That's so stereotypical. Who would like to join the Antoinette?
Is that Antoinette?
Would you like to join the first debate session?
I don't know. I'm shy. Oh my God.
Don't be shy. It's going to be fun. Okay. You, by default, seeing that you're here, it's going to be you and Keisha having the first debate.
Right.
Now, one of you needs to decide who's going to choose first. Which side you going to choose first?
I'll choose first. She only at being shy.
That's fine. Keisha, what side of the argument would you like to choose?
I'll be A.
Okay. Antoinette, you're B. This is how
That's size of the A though. All right.
This is how it's going to work.
I'll be B. Antoinette can be A.
Oh, you want to be A, Antoinette? Oh, makes sense because your name's so tough.
Right.
Hello.
Antoinette, you'll be A. Keisha, you'll be B. So now I'm going to reveal the topic.
Oh
And then you have some time to mull over the topic and make your points. And then when we get back, I'll explain the rules, and then we'll get into it. It's going to be fun. I guarantee you. Okay, are you ready? So
yep.
Is the topic. I'm going to reveal it right now. So the topic that you two are going to be debating is, who deserves the least, men or women? Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait a minute. I don't deserve the least. But that is not the point of this conversation. The point is you're going to make an argument on who deserves the least, men or women. And considering that y'all have made your choices on the argument, yeah, you're going to have this discussion, okay? But hold on to your thoughts right now because we're actually going to introduce one of our first guest segments. We have the people of the Wind Down podcast. We have Daisha and Tori. They are 2 lovely ladies that live in Atlanta. They have a podcast together. So I'm going to show you all a conversation that we had recently. And while that interview is going on, then you two will have the opportunity to roll over your points.
Really quick.
Yes.
Can I ask a question? Who deserves the least, just in general?
In general, you can make
Okay,
any argument or any points. Bring your receipts. You know what I'm saying? Bring examples. You don't have to do research. Just think off the top of your head. It's supposed to be really and quirky. So, get your arguing points, and we're gonna have a good old fashioned debate. But yes, let's get into this conversation with the Wind Down podcast, and we'll be back with the debate in a moment. I am here with the ladies of the Wind Down podcast, Deja and Tori. How are y'all doing?
Hey.
Good.
What's good? What's popping?
It's been good.
Nigga.
Yeah, you already know.
That nobody probably notices, but this is my first time on Sophisticated Ignorance because I missed my flight. Remember?
Yes.
I was on that episode with Deja, so this. Yeah,
that was
honored.
That was 2 years ago. Yeah, definitely missed your flight. I remember joking that you.
2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago.
Oh God, time flies. By Drake.
Doesn't it though?
Okay.
I remember joking that you probably took a Spirit flight and you had to fly the plane yourself. That's why you were late.
Barely flies out to around here, boo. Nah,
clearly.
Card and everything, so I can have my free check bag. Nah, I don't play those games.
Yeah, no.
Right.
The opulence is showing. So believe me, I believe that you were not flying no Spirit flight. That's disrespect to yourself. So speaking of years ago, congrats on y'all 2 years. Y'all made a major milestone. How does that feel?
It's great.
It is great. It is great. Like I said before, like we've seen a lot of podcasts come and go. So for us to still be here, it's like, it's really a blessing. And like we said on our 2-year anniversary episode, this is really like me and Tori's weekly like chat session, like when we link up in pod, like, so it's going to happen regardless whether people still listen. And we are more than grateful for those who do listen and our growing audience. So it's been great.
It's been great. And it's like we're just scratching the surface. I feel like there's so much more that we haven't done that we want to do, like that we have so much further to go. And hopefully to get to y'all's point, to get to 4 years, like that, people don't understand. Like that's a long time for a podcast. That is long time.
It is. Like you think that we're about to retire or some shit on some basketball shit. Like you 40 years old playing the game.
Jersey in the rafters, okay?
Right. We hear the knees clacking. I think it's time to take a seat. You know what I'm saying? How has, life been for y'all quarantine? Because I know like recording the episodes are a little different now, considering the world and how it's been. So like how have y'all been doing, like mentally, physically, all that since quarantine?
It's been a struggle. It's been a lot going on. We definitely had to take like mental health breaks here and there, especially when it first started, because it was just a lot. But things have started to get better, it's gotten better, but it's still different. Like not doing it in person, the vibe is still, it's you got to get adjusted to it, but I think it's better than when we first started having to do it.
At the beginning of quarantine, we had one in-person episode, and then we strictly did Zoom episodes, which, I mean, it was fine, even though me and Tori have been social distancing ourselves and, keep it to ourselves, and we both have taken tests here and there and came up negative. We've still, of course, have been practicing space. And honestly, it's been working because during this time, I've started working, so my schedule wasn't as flexible as it used to be. So Zoom has really been a lifesaver to keeping the podcast going.
Because it would be really late when Deja would get home and we would record. And like, ain't no way I'm driving that 45 minutes at 9 o'clock at night.
I would record an episode.
To record an episode. Like, so Zoom has worked out. And now it's good that we learned it and we know it. So if things come up or somebody moves or just whatever happens, now we know that this is a good platform and the sound still is good. Like, you know what I'm saying? We know all of that is still good because it was We was worried at
It
first.
was, yeah.
I was doing it over FaceTime at first.
FaceTime.
Oh my God. It was a lot. It was a lot. Like we've gotten to the works of everything, but it was an adjustment.
It's just a lot going on. And for some people, putting out content is not the priority, and there's nothing wrong with that, but we are trying our best.
Obviously, you two are known for la drinks. How much have y'all been drinking since quarantine? More or less?
Oh, I'm ashamed to say.
Listen, when
I don't think I would admit that.
The cup has constantly been full.
we can fill it up right now. Like, look.
I mean, you see me now, and we just had but we also just had an episode. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I've gotten to the point, like, if I come home and there's like no wine in the house, like I keep a wine bottle in my room. Like right now, I have a bottle of Sauvignon Blanc in my room. Like
I was about to say, if I reach over there, it's a bottle of Merlot.
Yeah, like that's how it's been.
Well, you gotta have one like under the bed, one in a glass that says emergency break. You know what I mean?
This is what I'll say is like the quarantine showed me that hard liquor is not my friend anymore. That was like college young stuff. I can't with that.
I literally
wine is pretty much about most I can do, or like a good fruity drink here and there, but like shots and just drink. No. Where is the wine
yesterday, because it's my boyfriend's birthday weekend, and we took a Douce shot yesterday, and I literally was like,
oh no.
I felt that in my chest, and I was just like, I've been so comfortable with wine when it comes to doing hard liquor. I'm just like, how the fuck did I do this before? Like,
y'all were different people back then. All of what, early 2020?
Yeah. I will say I definitely have been drinking way more, especially when it first hit.
I was throwing them back.
I mean, wake up in the morning, mimosa.
Morning, mimosa. Afternoon, mimosa.
Hello.
Evening, Merlot.
Hello.
Bedtime.
Hello. Definitely gotta have a glass of wine before I go to sleep. That's like how I go to sleep. Like some people smoke a blunt. I drink a glass of wine. Because I need to get had as I can go to sleep.
Me as fuck. When I get home from work, I be like, bro, I cannot wait to get a glass of wine.
Yeah, like that's an absolute must.
How has your relationship been, Daisha? How has dating been for you, especially now? Like, has it been weird? Have niggas been just acting the same? Like, how are y'all managing with all that? You know?
Well, I feel like we're one of those couples. Actually, we just recently experienced, not too recently, Tony actually, he did have the virus. And he was self-isolating for a while, so I didn't see him for like 2 weekends because it went from 2 people in his household had it to then he had it, so that made it even longer. So I mean, of course, like, you know, when you started quarantine and everything and how all this started, you didn't think like, oh, you know, somebody real close to me would have it, but then it actually happens. I mean, God bless him because he didn't have any real symptoms or anything. He's very asymptomatic. And, you know, he didn't end up in a hospital on a ventilator like most people. And I think that's the scariest part of it all. Because it's just like, I recently had a family member pass away from COVID. So when it happened, when he told me he was positive, I was sitting there like, okay, are you feeling anything? What's going on? Do you have any symptoms? Yeah. So that was me being worried. But we've been doing good. I mean, we honestly been on the low key for a while. Like, honestly, since the pandemic and everything happened, I haven't been really feeling the way because I haven't been going to the club or in sections like most people have.
Right.
I think the only thing that really kicked me was like not seeing my friends and having that balance, because of course I see my boyfriend every weekend, but not having that balance of spending time with my friends and spending time with my man. It got a little tricky. I'm not even gonna lie.
That's probably been the hardest part for me too, is not seeing my friends. That's what I miss. Is seeing my friends. Like, that's hard. It's hard. It really is.
Like, seriously,
I didn't think that it was that hard, or like I didn't even realize how often I was around my friends or saw them until it happened. And it's like, I ain't seen y'all in 2 months. This is crazy.
Yeah, because we ended up doing a girls brunch like not like a month ago, and what I tell you,
more than a month ago. That was in May.
Oh yeah, in May we went hard. Like, we went hard.
Right, because I had to catch up for all the lack of brunches.
Comeback season.
And like now I'm like, dang, it's been another 2 months. Like we finna go hard again.
Right, because see, brunches hit different now. Y'all appreciate it now. Before, y'all were drinking like fishes, you know what I'm saying, getting a little, you know what I'm saying, a little wet, you know what I mean? But now it's like, now that the months are far apart, now y'all gotta sip a little slower. Y'all gotta kiki a little bit longer.
Oh no, that's not gonna happen. Oh no, when we get together, we drink.
We went all the way up.
We did a friends brunch. We went from, we're cute, we're having mimosas to, all right, bitch, we taking tequila shots.
Yeah.
Right.
Sit back.
It was brunch that started at 1:00, and when we left, it was like 9:30, 10. Like,
that's a typical brunch. I mean, a whole day.
It was a brunch / day party / section at the club. Like it was all the stages.
Thank you, ladies, so much for helping us celebrate this milestone. Congrats to y'all again. I'm glad y'all safe and all good down there. Tell everybody where we can catch y'all for the podcast.
Y'all can email us at itsthewindownpod@gmail.com if you have any inquiries or you want to do a Dear Dacia letter or anything like that. You follow us on Instagram and Twitter at the Wind Down Pod. You can follow me, Tori, at Girl from Atlanta.
You can follow me, Dacia, at London Affair on Twitter and London Affair _ on Instagram.
And shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to SI. Shout out to Sophisticated Ignorance. Y'all, 4 years ago, really great milestone.
Right.
For real.
Thank you.
In wind down fashion, clink to y'all.
Yeah. Oh, well, I ain't got nothing in here, but yes.
Girl, this is my pretend cup. I didn't come prepared. My wine stash is quite low. The whiskey quite high.
Go ahead, refill real quick.
Now my emergency low.
Well, one of these days we'll definitely have a proper whining. So
we do have to do that.
You guys can invite me on the show anytime. You guys are welcome anytime on here. You already know y'all are friends of the show forever. So.
Yeah, next time we gotta talk about your hate for Virgos.
Lord,
I mean, times have changed. Okay, I'm a little less lenient now. You know what I mean? Before.
Oh, you might date a Virgo again?
I didn't go that far.
Lord,
At the time, I was big triggered. Now the trigger has died down. So I'm accepting y'all as people, and I think that is a great compromise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's it. So boom.
Sweet.
Virgos are people too. Hashtag.
I'll take that.
Not Virgos are people.
I'll take that.
Look at me. Look at growth.
Growth.
Well, once again, thank you, ladies, so much. Appreciate y'all. And yeah, we definitely gotta catch up soon. But yes, thank you all for being here for real.
Thank you for having us.
That was the ladies of the Wind Down Pod. Glad you guys got to experience them. Once again, you can check out their show and all the other things on Instagram and check out the show wherever. So yes, let's get back to the debates. Oh boy, I'm very excited for this. So yes, as you all have experienced earlier, we have two candidates who have an argument to uphold here. In your debates, who deserves the least, men or women? So we're gonna have these two ladies, have their opening arguments. I'm going to have Keisha go first, just because. So you have a minute, Keisha, to discuss why men deserve the least. And your opening arguments start. You start now. You have 1 minute to explain why men deserve the least.
Men deserve the least because they do the most. They always come with some nonsense, and I don't know. I feel like there's a lack of follow through with the majority of my experiences. They deserve the least because I feel like majority of the times they bring the least. So, that's, energy. I don't really know. Is my time up yet? I don't really know what else.
If you don't have any other opening arguments, then that's fine. We can move on to the next candidate.
Please do.
So far, you have people agreeing with you, all right, full-heartedly. Now, Antoinette, counter, opening arguments. Why do women deserve the least? And remember, you have a full minute to have this discussion, so use it wisely. And go.
Women deserve the least because, from boys, from men are little boys, they're taught all these things that they're supposed to do for a woman, or little girls in their case, don't hit a girl, open the door for a girl, like, if you see she needs help with her bag, or like, they're taught all these things. Meanwhile, little girls growing up, like, there's no consideration for little boys. There's no, open the door for little Johnny if you see he needs help. Yeah.
Strong comeback.
Right.
I don't even know how to respond to that. Now,
I don't either.
I'm a mutual party here. So now that we have the opening arguments, everyone here in the chat has heard what the two ladies have to say. Now we're going to go into full debate mode. You're going to have 5 minutes to argue.
Whoa.
Back and forth. It's about why your points are correct and incorrect. This is a debate. This is not like a fun kiki. So please come with hard facts, come with evidence, come with receipts. And you have 5 minutes starting now.
So in regards to what you said, Antoinette, boys are taught that stuff, but girls are taught that they have to know how to cook, clean, and make sure that their man's belly is full and the house look good and they could bring anybody home at any given time. That's not necessarily something that's taught to a man. So, women have to always make sure the upkeep is on the up and up. And it's just, that's a lot. I think it's a little easier for you to be like, let me go open the door for my lady than to have to cook, clean, make sure the kids are dealt with and stuff like that.
Yeah, but then, little boys and men are also taught, pay for the bills, pay for this, make sure, little Johnny have Pampers and make sure he have feed and all of this. So just like, women are taught to cook and clean, the guys are taught like, hey, you have to provide for your home and be out in the street, bringing back the money and the Pampers and the feed.
Really stuck on the Pampers there. Really stuck on the Pampers. I understand. It's a very
Pampers are important. I mean, but then what happens
on top of buying flowers? Sorry, on top of buying flowers and opening doors and carrying her bags and making sure.
So it just stops there. Like I feel like okay with the financials and stuff. Okay, but what happens with the other stuff? Like there's a lack of like the emotional connection and things like that. So
I agree with you there on the emotional aspect that boys aren't taught to be open and honest with their emotions, but that is also because they're taught that they have to be strong for the girls and the women. They have to be strong and kill the bug, even if they don't want to kill the bug, or like
talk about it. About killing the bug. Yeah.
But it's true. Like they're taught, you have to be strong and you have to protect. It's hard to have a balance of both. I think being the strong and also, sharing emotions.
But see, then the woman ends up carrying all of that, like the emotional part is, I mean, granted, I think all of it is stressful, but I think the emotional part gets to be very heavy, and that's how breakdowns come in, disconnects happen, and, miscommunications, and just the whole plethora of everything. So it's just, I guess, why isn't there any balance in that regard?
Just as it's heavy for the women and all that she's carrying, it's heavy for the men as well, because they have to pent up and hold on to all this emotion, because otherwise they're seen as weak, right? They're seen as, not being able to be the strong guy that women and young girls are taught to expect.
I'm going to chime in with an argument from the chat. Someone says bugs are silent and predatory. Scientifically speaking, men have heavier feet. So be the man and stop.
Wait, what did they say? Men have
Scientifically, men have heavier feet, so they should be the ones to stop the bugs who are silent and predatory. React.
What? So who should be the ones to react, women or men?
They're saying men
to
should
step
be
on
the
it.
one to kill the bug because their feet are scientifically bigger. That's
I mean, I agree.
In essence, women
Yeah,
become
I agree.
weapons. Men are the ones that have to deal with those things.
You don't necessarily need to kill a bug with your shoe. You know, you could use this water bottle here and just bam.
Oh, that easy. Have you killed a bug with a water bottle?
You could use bugs. You don't need to use your shoe. So.
I hear
Yeah. I don't even remember what side of the debate I'm on anymore.
You're arguing why men deserve less.
Okay. I think I've argued it all though.
But they said none of y'all have dealt with winged insects as it shows. I have.
Definitely have.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree that bugs deserve the least out of men and women, okay?
Right. Okay, let's agree to that. Because, yeah.
There's going to be one agreement in this debate that bugs deserve the absolute least. Granted, they're going to outlive all of us, but that doesn't matter, okay?
Bugs' lives matter.
Bugs' lives do matter in some cases. Well, not
I guess.
We don't talk about mosquitoes. They don't matter at all. They have no purpose. They serve nothing. So, all right. Well, that was a healthy debate. Now it's up to everybody here in the room to decide who argues. So in the chat right now, you put either an A or a B. Do you agree that men deserve the least in Keisha's argument, or do you agree that women deserve the least from Antoinette's argument? So put your
He shouldn't have that many points, y'all.
Right now.
And hey,
anyway,
all she had was cook, clean, and wash.
Wow.
Whatever.
I'm
I had
just
emotional baggage too.
Unemotional
That was a lot.
baggage.
Oh, I suppose.
Men have to deal with women's emotional baggage too. Cause woo.
Are we deciding who won the debate? No one has anything to chime in? Whatever, Antoinette is B. Okay, so we have one vote for A, one vote for B.
Oh dang. That's a tie.
Am I gonna have to be the tiebreaker? Because I don't want to be that person.
What's your vote, Liz?
That would be a
I mean,
come on, Vixen.
women. I mean, look, yes, men do have to deal with women's emotional baggage if there is, right? And that's something that most men are not equipped for, which will then go to the argument why men deserve less, because in essence they should be equipped, but in the same time they're not necessarily taught how to be equipped. So that goes back to the women being, oh boy, it's a ping pong, it's back and forth.
It is a ping pong.
I might have to flip a coin. My honest answer would be vote for the toxic.
Vote K for the toxic.
Future would definitely be the one who but you know what? For the sake of the votes have come in, and it looks like Keisha, you've won the debate. But at the end of the day, men, everyone deserves. Let's just say that everyone deserves, no matter if you're man or woman.
Oh, wow, Q.
Everyone
Q,
deserves,
I'm here with you, Q.
but some of us deserve less than others, depending on the situation. So that's my answer. You know what I mean? But yes,
debate on internet. You really did argue some good topics.
You did. You know,
yeah.
I think moving forward, I'm gonna factor in Pampers as a part of my future plan. In life. You know what I mean? Well, thank you so much for our arguing. Thank you so much for the debates. We're gonna have another round coming up. Speaking of another round, I'm going to need 2 more volunteers for the next round of debate. So who would like to join? Who would like to do that? Does anyone want to join the next debate topic?
Me.
Oh, okay. Look, we have a volunteer. Okay. So we have Miss Shantae.
Hi.
Oh, you're gonna like this one. Oh boy.
No.
Who else would like to join the next debate? Come on, come You saw the first round. You saw how that worked out. You think you can do better, huh?
No, but I'll try.
That's not the energy or spirit I was looking for. But
sorry. Yes, I can. I got vitamins. I'm always ready. Period.
All right. There it goes. So, who else would like to join the conversation? If not, I don't want to argue with Shante. You argue all the time.
Listen, I would love for us to argue together.
You stay arguing this time around. Come on.
Practice. We've been practicing for so long for a time like this.
we all this arguing has set up to this moment.
Why not spar and practice what we've learned?
All right, you know what? Fine. I'll put my hat in the ring. I'll put my hat in the ring. I will argue with you. Okay?
Great.
Now, you have to choose a side, A or B.
A, because I'm the alpha.
All right. That is my opinion. We're arguing already. Great. Good. I am going to choose a B by default. And now I'm going to show you the topic. And the topic is the pros and cons of shooting a shot. So you have to argue the pros of shooting a shot, and I will argue the cons. And baby, if you know me, I know how to discuss and cuss. So you already know I already got these ideas off the dome. But before we get into that heated discussion, we're going to be showing another special guest segment from the Lovers Quarrel podcast. The Lovers Quarrel podcast are these two beautiful people that have been together for quite some time, and you're going to hear about them and their relationship and everything else in between. So take a look. So we are here with Danny and TJ of Lovers Quarrel podcast. How y'all two doing?
Doing good. How's everything?
Gucci. All things considered, I'm Gucci. I have to remind myself that things are not as bad as they seem. You get caught up in all the bad stuff, and then you realize, there's some good stuff happening so far. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And you kind of just have to hold on to that, because if not, you'll drive yourself a little wacky, a little nuts. Congrats on your 16 years of doing this. 16 years?
16 years of dating.
Dating, yeah.
Oh, it's a dating anniversary.
Yeah.
So
we've been married for 7, together for 16.
Oh, yeah. And for the audience that doesn't know, what was that first date like?
it was right around my birthday. It was actually the day after my birthday. It was my 17th birthday, and I got stood up by a boy that asked me out. And TJ, who I had known for at least probably almost a year at that point, and we had kind of tried talking before, and that didn't really work out for a lot of reasons. But yeah, TJ offered to take me out, and we went to the movies and saw iRobot. And then
good film.
Yeah.
To this day.
So we went to see iRobot, and we went to McDonald's, and then he took me home. We took me to my grandmother's house, and then the next day he met up with me again, and we went to a New York Liberty game, and then the rest was history.
Word.
Yeah.
And that was all the way back in 2004. BC. Because you got to say everything BC when you say the year.
Before COVID.
Yes.
Yeah. In the good old days. But now, I mean, obviously, fast forward, you guys are still rocking out, and all that stuff. How has life been in quarantine for y'all, thus far? Because I know, life has changed a lot. You have to adjust to things, and especially with work and, Tatum, your daughter. How has that been as an experience?
For me, it's been an adjustment, but it's been okay because we moved at the top of quarantine, so right that weekend, pretty much everything was oh shit, shut down. But thankfully, I think that was a blessing because we moved into a much bigger space. So that means that we weren't on top of each other, which means we didn't kill each other, being that we were both working from home. It's been an adjustment sometimes with Tatum because she kind of abruptly had to stop going to daycare, and we have not sent her back. And for me, sometimes I know I experience the mom guilt or parental guilt because, she wants to she's 3, so she wants to be around her friends, and she doesn't understand why. But we've got her enrolled in some like virtual classes, and she's liking those. So, all things considered, like I think we've been doing okay and rocking and rolling with each other since quarantine. But rough patches here and there. But for the most part, like this has proven that we don't get sick of each other like that.
It's interesting how, like, even with everything happening, TJ, like, you still have y'all lives are still going. You know what I mean? Like, you still have your work. Obviously, being a parent does not turn off. You know what I mean? It's, if anything, it's probably ramped up because you have more attention to Tatum like 24/7 now. Because y'all are home for the most part when you are home. So at least, I mean, I guess in that regard, you have a little bit of normalcy, like how things used to be. But as I said, it's just that adjustment of,
Say yeah, no. I mean, my normalcy is my family, so it has nothing to do with what situation we're in. For me, right? As long as I'm with my family, then it's normal. To kind of go back to the question you had earlier about like what have I like noticed or learned. Like I've learned that I'm good. Like and Danny kind of touched it earlier. Shit can be a lot worse, right? We still have our jobs, we have our family, we have our house. Like shit can be a lot worse. And even those who don't, let's say if someone lost their job, but they're getting unemployment or whatever. Shit can be worse. It's like we can be outside homeless going through a pandemic. You know what I mean? And I think that's the major thing that people need to start doing. Count your blessings, right? Nothing's perfect, don't get me wrong, right? But don't lump a bad situation in your life to your whole life. Like just because work sucks doesn't mean that your life sucks. And I feel like, and I'm guilty of it too, right? I used to do this, but I've learned to start isolating things. You know what I mean? And then also start looking at the things, because my day at work could have sucked. But what about that homeless person who's sleeping on that park bench, or that person who passed away, or that person who, you know what I mean? Like things can just always be worse. So like just how, you can look at someone else's life and be like, oh my God, their life is amazing. I wish I had that. There's someone else who's looking at your life saying, I wish I could have your life. So
what has been the wildest, and it could be good or bad, or just like, what the fuck? Like, what has been the wildest story of 2020 thus far that you could just like think of the top of your head?
Where do we begin?
I mean, it's been a whole bunch. I mean, I think the outing of all these like socialites, I guess, or was that what you would call them? Social event people who was like doing nasty work, that Kobe Bryant, I is 2020.
Feels like forever ago, but that was still
it feels like forever. Yeah.
I mean, I think
the George Floyd thing, not a thing, but George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, COVID itself. I think, if COVID doesn't happen, we don't have the movement that we have right now. That's just my opinion. And, it forced everyone to have to sit down and look at it repeatedly.
Distractions again.
Yeah, it wasn't like, you had to get up and go to work in the morning. Nah, when you got up in the morning, you were working from home and CNN was on and it was on everything and social media. So I think that, the revolution was able to happen due to COVID. Because it just showed us that even during the pandemic, Black people aren't safe.
Mm-hmm. And I think, this whole election year, in politics in general, but we've got a narcissistic sociopath in office running for re-election, and who's basically who's vocally trying to steal the election, trying to undermine the postal system.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've also got a bipolar manic rapper who's trying to steal votes away with Kanye. And during a pandemic, if this wasn't actually reality, I would be like, this is a terrible fucking movie plot. This is not even believable. This is not realistic. But like, this is our reality. I feel like that's one of the biggest, like, what the fuck moments of 2020, if I could ever name one. And I'm like, my stomach's still in knots when I think about November, because this man has got to go. There's a chance that he may not, because there's just enough people who are gonna vote for him, are not gonna vote at all, and because they're disillusioned with politics, and who are gonna vote for Kanye's stupid ass. And I'm just sitting here like,
it's a
if
lot.
you think it's bad now, what happens when he got nothing to lose, when he don't even have to worry about re-election?
Right.
And even then, like, you're still talking about if people are doing mail-in ballots more now than they ever have before. Like, we may not even have the results like the same night like we normally have known to be.
Right. Yeah,
so
it's
now we
gonna be
gotta
completely
wait.
different.
Honestly,
And if he loses, I don't think even if Trump loses, I don't think he's going to like go out. Like, he's not going to go out without a fight. Like, he's going to you're going to have to drag him kicking and screaming out the fucking White House.
to me, I think that's the biggest thing. We're in 2020 and people are still talking about they don't know who they're going to vote for. And it's like, you've seen what Trump did. And,
Right.
It's crazy to me that people are really trying to like say like their vote is so important that they can't make this vote, or they don't want to choose the lesser of two evils. But it's just like, at the end of the day, this is how our government is how it's been. And this is like probably our most crucial election we've ever had.
It is.
So the fact that we are even contemplating how you're going to vote or why you're going to vote is, it's crazy to me. And I'm not going to tell people how they can or can't vote, but the fact that I know people who's like, well, I don't want to vote for Biden, but I also don't believe in Trump. So who you going to vote for? You got to vote for one of them, right?
Right.
And to me, it's just stupid. So yeah, that's probably the wildest thing, that we're in 2020. We've had 4 years of Donald Trump as a president, which should have never happened, but it happened because people didn't vote, or people were voting for Harambe and stuff like that. So we've seen that, right? And it's just like, do we learn from our lessons, or do we just continue going down the path of that? We're in the situation we're in now because of Donald Trump.
But let's end this off on a brighter note, because that can't be the last word
Exactly.
with him. But speaking of words, I wanted to introduce a quick little challenge for you both. So I know on your podcast, you two usually have like a word for the episode, and you guys are capable of like spelling that challenge. So I have 2 words for each of you. One word for you, Danny, one word for you, TJ, that I got for you. And I figured I'd challenge y'all at your own challenge, because, why not? Okay, so for you, Danny, I have the word scrupulous.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all had that word before, but
At least she knows how to spell it. Just spell it. Just go ahead.
Yeah, because listen,
Just spell
now
it.
and
You don't have to preface. Just spell it.
Scrupulous. Okay. P-U-L-O-U-S.
Ah, you got it.
Hey.
I was expecting you to throw an O in there somewhere. Like,
sometimes you just got to sound it
Let's
out.
see what this word is for me, because
now for you, this word should probably be on brand for you, TJ. But the word is braggadocio.
what?
Braggadocio.
Braggadocio.
A little braggadocious.
B-R-A-G. Is it braggadocio?
Braggadocio.
I'm definitely not going to spell that. Braggadocio. B-R-A-G-D-O. No. B-R-A-G. Braggadocio. Yeah.
Hey, you got the brag right. All right? Like, that's the most important part of the word.
That's all you need. Brag.
Is it 2 G's?
It's 2 G's. Yeah. It's
Go ahead, spell it.
It's B-R-A-G-G.
Wait. Go ahead, Danny.
I'm not sure how to spell it.
Go ahead.
B-R-A-G-G. Bragga. A-D-O-C-I-O.
She got it. That's 2 for 2. That's 2 for 2. And I mean, I don't think I would have been able to spell that word like off the dome. Maybe not. I don't know. I haven't been on a spelling bee in ages.
I don't have a vocabulary, so yeah.
You are a little braggadocious when you want to be.
I'm braggadocious?
When you when you talk your shit. That's kind of what it
I'm
means.
super humble all the time.
You are humble, except when you're not.
Okay. Anyway.
There's balance. I'm pretty sure there's a balance there.
Thank you.
Talking shit, but you know, you gotta brag it once in a while to keep people knowing what time it is. You know, you can't be caught slipping.
Trust me, I'm never bragging about my vocabulary.
Yeah, tell everybody where we can find y'all on the lines and all that.
Go ahead, Danny.
All right, so you know we are Lovers Quarrel, so you can find us on any streaming platform where podcasts are played. And you can follow us on Instagram at Lovers Quarrel Show. You can follow us on Twitter at Lovers Quarrel 7, and you can email us any questions, concerns, headaches, heartaches, commentary at loversquarrelshow@gmail.com. You know, everybody just make sure you like, share, subscribe, follow, tag, do all of the social media things. And
make sure y'all stay safe out there.
Exactly.
Word.
Take care of yourself.
Word. Stay safe. That's the number one answer on the board. Yes, that is the Lovers Quarrel podcast. Shout outs to them. Shout outs to them and all their amazing work and all their stuff. So if you want to check out the podcast, check out all the streaming platforms and search Lovers Quarrel. All right. And now we are back. We're back to the heavy debates. Do I have the other person here who is ready?
I'm here.
Are you ready to debate the hell out of this thing?
Yeah.
Okay. You have your opening arguments and all that stuff ready? Good to go?
Yes, I was going to allow you to go first, actually.
Oh, well, be still my heart.
You know.
If people know my friendship with this one, this is a rarity, okay? So take a picture. This is already being recorded. So now everyone knows how nice she's being to me. You know what I mean?
We allow the losers to go first.
Wow. Wowzer. All right. You know what? Yep. Thank you all so much. The show happens to be over. Don't have to stand for this. All right? Everyone, have a good night. Get home safe. No, I'm joking. All right. Well, fine. I will start the debate for the cons of shooting a shot.
You have 1 minute.
I'm giving myself a minute timer. Why you should not shoot your shot. It's very simple. You will get embarrassed every single time. The word is embarrassment. The word is a waste of time. Do yourself a favor and lock your emotions in a box and never expose it again. If you put yourself out there, guess what? You're going to put yourself right back in, because shooting a shot is going to equate to the other person not receiving it well. Who knows? Look in the mirror, you might be big ugly. So why would you even take a chance? You know what I'm saying? Don't do it to yourself. Don't embarrass yourself, and don't put yourself in that level of, just, waste. Reserve your shot for yourself. You go in the mirror and you shoot your shot to yourself, practice. And if you turn your own self down, then you realize you should just keep your ass quiet. And that is my argument.
Is that your 1 minute?
That is my 1 minute. I have 50 seconds to spare, but I'll reserve the time to you.
Sure. Thank you guys so much for coming to this debate. Thank you so much for being here. It's such an honor to have you. Let me just take you back in time. Carrier pigeons, smoke signals, letters, telegrams, phone numbers, DMs. This is a historic action of shooting your shot. For every time you shoot your shot, we develop technological advancements in our society. And why would you not want to shoot your shot? You can shoot your shot platonically. You can shoot your shot professionally. You can shoot your shot romantically. And each time you shoot your shot, if you don't make it, you learn a lesson for the next time. Wayne Gretzky once said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Okay? Cash Doll said, ice me out. Do you know how she got iced the fuck out? Because she was shooting her shot, ladies and gentlemen. She was shooting her shot. Shoot your shot, get a necklace. PN.
Wowzer. You came with quotes, not gonna lie, was not prepared for that one, but it's fine. Don't let this person's fancy words fool you, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right, we are going to elevate this to 5 minutes of pure discussion. Now, look, my opponent is going to tell you that shooting a shot is for the best, but I'm here to let you know that despite all of these advances in shooting a shot, whether smoke signal or pigeon or throwing a rock at the person that you like, let me tell you something, all right? Everyone go through your DMs right now and tell me which shot was successful. Which shot was successful? Go through your DMs right now and look at the person who was shooting a shot at you. Did you receive the shot? Did you allow that shot to go into the basket?
I did.
Did you now?
Yeah.
And what has happened?
We're texting, we're DMing each other, we're sharing memes. It's fun.
Oh, memes. Well, guys, get the wedding bells. They're sharing a meme for each other. Oh boy.
And you're gonna do the videography.
Am I?
Yeah, save the date, bitch.
Yet to be determined. That's the point here. Okay? Shooting a shot does not always work. You know what? You know what's better than shooting a shot?
What's better than shooting
Looking in the mirror and telling yourself, I deserve more. Because when you decide to step outside of your comfort zone and deliver whatever, guess what? Shooting a shot, y'all don't know how to do it these days. So, hey, what up? Hey, beautiful. Hey, queen. Come on. Who's falling for these 1990 shot shootings? No, not me. Not me. I wouldn't do it. People don't know how to shoot those shots, so they should not. They should just wait until they're in a comfortable space to get in front of someone and say, hello, how are you? But no one's going to do it. No one's going to do it. I'm sorry. Save your energy. Save your finger strength. Don't do it to yourself.
Is that all?
I mean, do you want to chime in with why we should? I mean, with audience like this, come on now.
I'd like to bring Antoinette into the chat really quickly. Antoinette, do you mind turning your camera on and your mic? Hello, Antoinette. Such a pleasure.
I'm here dying.
So nice.
Vixen, your argument is weak. Weak.
You mentioned in the chat that your current BF was the one that shot their shot. Can you just talk about how that happened really quickly?
So I posted a picture and he forwarded the picture to me and his comment was, "Oh, you fine. And from there, conversation.
No, you may be the host, but this is a debate. Please give her moment to speak. Thank you so much.
I love it. Yeah. And from there,
your boyfriend said you were fine. And what did you say?
Some naughty things back. And then, we just vibed out from there. We did the same like what you're saying. Together? We sent memes and stuff. 2 years.
And for 2 years, they have been in a blissful union because her boyfriend shot his shot. Ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, what's better than one shot being shot? Multiple shots being shot. Now, thank you so much, Antoinette, for your time. You can choose to stay on. You can turn your camera off. However you would like to proceed. I am not finished with my argument. Thank you so much. So what I am trying to say is that if you shoot your shot and you might miss one time, who is to say that you can't, take what you learned in the error that you made and just be better for the next person? There are 8 billion people in this world, and that's the people who filed their census. So imagine all the people who did not file their census. You're going to lose the opportunity to be with somebody you love or get a new job or make a new friend because you messed up one time. And even if you messed up one time, there are multiple other opportunities to get it right for the person you want to get it right for. What's for you will never leave you. Ladies and gentlemen, what is for you will always be for you. Period. Okay? Shoot your shot, get that job, you get that friendship, and you get that dick. I thank you for your time.
Wowzer. I'm going to shut your whole argument down with one question. Antoinette, if your boo thing was not attractive, would you still receive the shot that he was shooting? That's the question. Yes, if you're
So
the
he
guy
was actually shooting his shot for 2 years before I actually replied, and it wasn't because
2 years you say.
if he wasn't attractive, yeah, I would have still responded because he stayed strong. I mean, every time he saw that, because he lives in DC, and every time he saw that I was in his area, he'd be like, "Hey, we should hang out," and you know, I would dub him because he wasn't the reason why I was going to DC, so I wasn't gonna step outside of my itinerary. And he stayed on the fight. I mean, for 2 years, every time he saw me, "Hey, let's hang out. Hey, you're in DC, I'm here too." So, yeah. I think that's the reason that I responded to him 2 years later. I'm like, wow, this guy, he is persistent, he's determined, he's not giving up, and those are great traits in a partner.
Okay, but my question to you was, if this gentleman was not attractive, would you receive the shot?
She said
Yes.
she would.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I said I would have because of all the traits that he was already, you know.
Let me tell you something. Where's my microphone? I have the microphone.
Well, you know what? I think it's time for all of us to vote for who's the winner.
For the sake of arguing's sake, just because you might think you're ugly doesn't mean that other people think you're ugly too. If you think you're ugly, it's time to talk to the mirror and say nice things to yourself, okay? If you think that you are ugly, you might be right, but so what? My mommy always said every piece of stale bread has their moldy cheese, and it could be you. And it could be you. Always shoot your shot. Always shoot your shot. You know what Spice said? Spice said she had the needle like pum pum. You know how she knew that? Because somebody shot her shot with her, and that's how she found out, because somebody had to tell her. Can I get an amen in the chat? Can I get an amen in the chat? If you agree,
all right,
give me a prayer hand emoji.
Audience,
say amen.
Do not.
Olivia Rose, thank you so much. Antoinette, thank you so much.
Propaganda, okay.
Antoinette agreed so much, she said amen thrice.
All right. Well, clearly the people have spoken, and it's by unanimous decision that I've won the debate. Thank you all so much. So let's just keep it moving. You know, let's not be rude. We have a schedule to follow. You know, I think it's only fair that you know, I just take my win in stride, and we just keep moving with the program. Thank you so much, Shantae, for trying your best.
You know, I've been arguing all my life, so this is nothing new. No. Shantae won the argument. You know what? The only reason why I had my one argument of, look, some people shouldn't do it, because it's like, I've seen a lot of men try to shoot the shot, and it has not been pretty. It's not been a pretty sight. You know, they definitely have failed. Big fail. And you know, there's just some men that don't know how to shoot the shot, respectfully. But to Antoinette's point, if you're persistent, if you are kind, if you are have a level of grace to it, then, you know, 100 shots, one of them is going to land, at least, maybe. If you're a good player, I guess. If you aim it right.
If you aim it right. That's a good point. Yeah. All right, Shantae, you've won the debate. Thank you so much. Appreciate you volunteering.
You're so welcome. It's another thing that I have successfully taken from you. I'm so grateful to have been here to watch you.
This time, thank you so much, Shantae. Gosh, I don't know. She's having internet issues I think she just has to check her router. Thank you so much. So we're just going to continue with the program, and, you know, don't want to waste everyone's time here. I just feel like, you know, the timer, she had 5 seconds left, and she used it unwisely. So that's not my problem. So let's move on. Shantae, I love you. You already know what it is. Thank you so much for arguing with me. Oh, man. Oh, fun. Oh, baby, it's raffle time. None of you saw this coming. I got all of you. There's going to be a big raffle. Oh, baby, look at you. Someone's going to win some shit today. All right. So this is how the raffle works. For everyone who is currently in this chat right now, you are going to have the opportunity to win some big money, no whammies. Okay? And 1, 2, 3,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 7 people here. Perfect. Perfect. So now what's going to happen here is that I'm going to put all of you into a random name generator. And we're gonna give away some prizes today. Once again, I really appreciate you all for being here. So as a show of thanks, I'm gonna enter you all into this raffle, and someone's gonna win some prizes. Brr, 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 brr. All right. So first things first, we have the first prize up for bid. Let me show you all what it is. And the first raffle prize is boom. $25 Amex gift card. Ooh, Monday. What are we gonna do with all $25? Well, I'll tell you, you're gonna spend it. So let's get to the shits here. Once again, for all of you being here, you all have a chance to win some money. Boop, 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 boop. All right, so this is for the $25 gift card. All your names have been entered into this name picker. And we are going to see who gets the $25, okay? So, weakest air horn ever. If I had a soundboard, I would certainly have the official, but for now, I don't. All right, so let's get to the name picking. So this is for the $25 Amex gift card. And the winner is, boom! Shantae! Yay! $25 pawned account. So you're just gonna have to send me your routing number. You're gonna have to send me your account number, and then I will be able to just slide that money right in there for you. No questions asked. It's not a scam, so please feel free to text it to me at your convenience. But yes, Shantae is the winner of the $25 gift card. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, your $25 will be coming soon. I think I have your email already, so you don't even have to send it. Look at that.
Great.
Just for being alive, you get $25.
Thanks.
All right. Next up, we have, a $50 Uber Eats gift card. Now, considering that we're all inside these days, I figure it'd be nice to share a little bit of food with you. $50 is granted one meal from Uber Eats, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. You get $50 to do whatever you please and feed yourselves during the next. Oh, I skipped ahead. Well, let's go to the random name generator and let us see who's going to win the next prize. So this is a $50 Uber Eats gift card. So let's choose another name. Let's go for it. And the winner of the $50 Uber Eats card is Natalia. Sorry, why I said Natalie? Wowzer. Natalia, $50 for Uber Eats. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you won it. Do you have any idea what you're going to spend it on, food-wise? Are you going to buy a salad, a burger, maybe some seafood boil? Well, you know what? It's up to you. It's up to you. It's Uber Eats. The next and final prize here is $100. $100 Amex gift card. And you have the opportunity to be a special guest host on the podcast. Now, I know you all are falling out of your chairs right now. OMG, I win $100 and I get to be on the podcast with me, Vix, and Jay and talk shit. I know you guys did not expect this this Saturday, but here we are. Here we are. Hold on to your seats. Hold on to your Zooms because this is real. I'm offering a $100 Amex gift card. And yeah, you know, it's going to be a fun time. So I am going to pull up the name generator. I'm very excited to see this because I am really excited to see who is going to be joining me on a future episode of this podcast to talk stuff and whatever the case may be. All right, is everyone ready? As you can see, I'm about to press the random name generator, and let's do it. And the winner of the $100 Amex gift card and special guest host is, Q Floors. Look at this shit. Look at this. Wowzer. I am shocked. This is a plot twist of all plot twists. Well, congratulations, Q. you have won the $100 Amex gift card. Please make sure to spend it on everything that you need. Toilet paper. Maybe you want to buy some toilet paper for yourself and stock up. And then you'll be joining me on one of these future episodes. We've got to figure out what we're going to be talking about. That's going to be pretty dope. Congratulations to everyone. Congratulations to all that have been here. Congratulations to everyone who has just won some monies. This is my way of showing appreciation to all of you, not only being here, but supporting the show, supporting me, and supporting everything. So thank you all so much. Pulling the tournament number next to Coke. Yes, it is very similar to that. Very similar, but except, you know, we're going to have a chance to talk that talk. So we are nearing the end of the program. And I just simply say, I want to thank all of you for being here. This is my big thank you. Thank you. No, seriously. Talk shit, have fun, but for the most part, I seriously want to thank you all for being here. I'm not gonna lie, there was it took a long time to get here. You know, to be honest, when you know, quarantine first started, or when I took over the podcast, I was really unsure about the direction of it, especially with the other two hosts kind of stepping down. I wasn't really confident in where the podcast was going, but I decided to trudge forward. And, you know, some of you in the chat right now are, you know, have been a part of the show. So I really appreciate you all for real. And, you know, I'm just hopeful that the future of this pod is a great space for me to have a platform, and not just me, for whoever does come onto the show, to have a platform to be able to talk and discuss and, yeah, you know, just step outside of everything that's happening and really have a voice. So I really, 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 really appreciate all of you for being here. And that is it. That is the live experience. This is not the live experience that I expected, but this is the live experience that it is, and I'm actually very happy that it happened this way, you know. So make sure to look around you and gather all the things before you head out the door. For those of you who have won a gift card, make sure to send me your email so I could get those to you respectfully. Thank you to all of my debate participants, to Antoinette and Keisha and Shante for participating in the debates. Thank you all so much. Thank you to the Wind Down Podcast and Lovers Squad Podcast for being guests on today's live show. And just once again, thank you all of you for being here. Thank you all so much. And I hope you all have a safe, enjoyable weekend. And yeah, this is going to be fun. I'm very confident about the future of the show and everyone a part of it. So once again, thank you all so much. Really appreciate y'all. And yes, go and do some ratchet shit with your friends. Go on, enjoy the day. It's beautiful outside. Don't sit there on your Zooms all day long. You have life to live. And I will see all of y'all next time on a very special episode of Sophisticated Invites. I'm going to play you all out with some music because that's what I do now. And yeah, I'm going to play out with some music, some tunes. Thank you all so much. I'm going to let the song rock out, and then y'all are free to go. Or you can leave right now. It's up to you, but I'm just going to rock. Thank you all. Thank you.